56.
My name is Brian Holland. I was 15 years old, and my family used to promote professional wrestling. Actually, my family still promotes professional wrestling, but we had an opportunity on a local radio station up in Suffolk, Virginia, where I'm from, to do a 1-hour broadcast discussing the news in professional wrestling. I did it once and didn't like radio, so I quit. WLPM, Suffolk, Virginia, WKGM, Smithfield, Virginia, WHKT, Chesapeake, Norfolk, Virginia. I worked for one in Richmond, but I can't remember the call letters. I was at WULA and WULA, WDMT in Eufaula, Alabama. Of course, WGAI, News Radio 560 in Elizabeth City. Kicking and screaming. Bill and Lisa Ray, the owners of the station group, we're doing a little business with me in my office up in Virginia, and they asked me to come down, take a look at the station, see what could be done to improve things. They didn't take my advice to burn the building down, so we just decided to change the programming. Oh, good Lord, we've put actual talk shows on here. When I got here, the stuff that was on would have, I just don't even know how to describe it. Well, it's a stupid book anyway. What will you talk about? Listen to these questions. Please describe how you got involved in research in the areas of technology and military weapon systems. Are you still awake? What has the military done with the project, and how does it relate to missile defense? What is the revolution in military affairs? Are any of these weapons being used, and if so, by whom? How do these systems affect our bodies and environment? Yeah, the book reads like a doctorate dissertation. We had things on that I probably wouldn't have put on a station. We've added Rush Limbaugh, we've added Neil Bortz, we've got a live local program, somebody that actually has listeners. 3 to 6 p.m., of course, is the Brian Holland Show with Bob Action, Perry Harrell, and Robin the Call Screener backing me up.
Bob, we now return you to the depths of radio hell.
We're going to play music?
Oh.
Perhaps we could play music for your life.
Speaking of which, we got one of those wrong numbers a minute ago.
Did we, really?
Yeah.
Trying to find somebody else?
Was it a female or a male?
It was a male this time. What do you mean, this time?
Were we looking for the music of your life?
Yeah, they were looking for W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our competing station in town, WJOKE.
Right. That's pretty good.
You're listening to WDTH, Death Radio. Oh, boy. Let's take a little break. It's 13 minutes before the 6 o'clock hour. 335-4371. Maybe that's why nobody called. I forgot to give out the number.
Yeah.
Or just because we're not talking about anything. Listening to News Radio 560. Don't touch that dial. I'll punch you square in the nose. 7 p.m. we do a live restaurant review show. We do Carolina Panthers. We do NASCAR. We do local high school sports over at Northeastern High School. That's all I can think of. Okay. Oh, and we carry Art Bell. Oh. And Phil Hendry, who, by the way, every teenager should be listening to Phil Hendry from 7 to 10. Burning it down. My future plans are to keep improving programming. I'm a firm believer that after a few months of anything, no matter how big or how hot it is, it gets old. People want something new, something fresh, as exhibited by Rush Limbaugh's national ratings that are slipping a little. He's still the most listened to talk show in history, but his numbers aren't where they were, say, 10 years ago. So what you have to do is just stay on top of that. My future plans are to reclaim this market the way the station used to dominate, and of course to dominate the Norfolk, Virginia market, and hopefully to network our local programs nationwide within the next couple of years. Probably a commercial that I accidentally played one day. Down in, Action knows the story, down in Shelby, North Carolina, when I worked down there, WADA, News Radio 1390, I think it was. I was doing production down there for a steakhouse commercial one day, and after about the 40th time I tried to do the spot, got a little frustrated when I had almost done the whole thing, and I had just gotten to the last line, you know, come and enjoy our Sunday buffet, 11 to 1. Well, I screwed it up, and somehow the F word and a few other things got in there. Well, the phone rings right after that, so I go to take care of business, and I have a problem to solve. I didn't think about the spot again until that Friday night when I was doing production on a live show we used to do down there. It was a local teen show, kind of like we do here now. By the way, Friday nights from 10 to 1, After Dark with Ryan Lex. I want to check that out. They can get us over in Gates County, can't they? Sure you can. That's 560, News Radio 560, and this is not your father's talk station, by the way. But anyway, I was producing this local show. I was running the board for it because, well, you know, we didn't want to pay anybody else. And I hit that steakhouse spot, and right towards the end, I discovered that I had never redone that spot. So the spot ended up at about the 26-second mark with come and enjoy our Sunday buffet 11 to 1, followed by a string of the F word and some other various things that went out over the air. That is probably the oddest and most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Hopefully somewhere other than here. No, I like it here. I want to go back national. That should work. I want to go back nationwide. I used to do a morning show, 34 stations for a network, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, I hated the show. I like the money. There's a big difference. But I do. I think a show like the show that I host and that Bob Action produces, we're a good, refreshing show, and I do see that going national again, hopefully in the next year or so. Broadcasting is a great career. Anybody that wants to get into it, if you're serious, do it. If you're not serious, don't waste your time or ours. We have internships available here at WGAI. If anybody's interested, they can look us up and give us a call. I'm sure you'll be happy to send them our direction. If somebody is serious about wanting to commit their life to broadcasting, this is what you want to do. If not, if it's not a life decision you're going to make, stay away from it, because it's not something you just get into and work part-time. No such thing as the Ernest. But it's a great career, it's a good living, and I guarantee you will see and visit places that you never even knew existed. Eufaula, Alabama. I could walk out my hotel room door, and there would be alligators sitting by the swimming pool.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing your item with us today, Margaret. I think I'm going to be sick.